Test. Like 10 seconds ago, I had no sound whatsoever. Hello, Dannon. Hello, little Miss Michaela. Gotta wait 5 hours now. What have you got to wait 5 hours now? I'm just going to assume the volume's working. Kaysen is better. Kayla's the most inspiring man to me. Well, thank you. Kaysen is better. All right. Well, I guess it works. All right, cool. How in the world are y'all? I got to turn this off. Hang on. Somebody from Phoenix, Arizona just tried to call, and I have no clue who that would be. Holy moly. I've got a lot of friends. This is, if you weren't here yesterday, I announced that I'm leaving Florida. And I'm psyched about it. I'm excited about it. October, if I would have stayed till October, it would have been 2 years. So just shy of 2 years. And I announced it here, and I announced it on my Facebook. I swear I didn't eat. It was at least 2 hours ago. I guess that's just the remnants from that crap I had. George Greener, I'm in downtown Hartford playing the waiting game on a bus that goes to the intersection that's 3 houses away from where I live. Okay. Hello, Sue Oliso. Weston Warrior. I'm doing well. Week from tomorrow, I'll be doing a hell of a lot better. Just Jennifer road trip. Yep. And it'll be a big, long road trip. I'm excited about it. I see you, Phil. You're the man, Caleb. Any stops in Atlanta planned? Eventually, yes, but not right off the bat. I'm going to be driving north out of Florida and through the Panhandle and going over to Texas to see some people, including the other half of my cheerings. And then I'm headed north, like north, like really north, where it's actually cold and the air is dry. I love Florida. Florida's been wonderful to me, but the air is hot and it is very, very wet. Hello, Panna. How are you? Let me see if you remember this. Who is the fat dude that need to lose weight? Hint, Mr. Palmer. I don't. I know Mr. Palmer, but I don't. Maybe that was that in the interview. I don't remember. Caden Glandon, can you listen to Gucci Gang by Lil Pump and Brenada? Got a Baby by Tupac? No. No, I know who Tupac is. I like so he's old school, but I haven't a clue who that Lil Pump and Brenada is. Weston Warrior, how old is Caleb? I am 45. Oops. Just a little out of kilter there on my camera. If you meant Parker, then Parker's 23. Awesome gamer. I'm in Florida. Yes, it's certainly hot outside. Hot most of the summer. Born in Florida. Yeah. And it's got its place. It certainly was good to me. I'm ready to cool off. And I'm ready to go meet a bunch of people. Holy moly. I announced on my Facebook yesterday. I didn't even announce it on Instagram. I don't get a lot of traction on Instagram anymore. I don't know why, but I don't. And I just cannot believe the number of people. I'm booked for at least the first 2 weeks. And after that, I'm not even going to be staying with people necessarily. I'm going to be sleeping out camping. Like I've literally ordered a tent and sleeping bag, that sort of thing. I'm literally going to be taking advantage of the quiet. And sometimes I'm not even going to have any kind of cell service whatsoever. So obviously I'm not going to be going live as regular as I used to be. I'm going to be recording a lot of all the adventures I'm doing. And then when I get to cell service, I'll have to just upload a bunch, and but I've got like, I don't know, at least a dozen people that they've already like people that I've known for years and I've never met. That I don't even necessarily talk to a lot anymore. That made me think. A lot of people are just genuinely happy for me. He's in Fort Worth. He's a professional horse trainer. Hello, Sienna. I haven't seen you in a while. If you do go on tour, I hope you come to Indiana. Maybe. Eventually, I'm going to get to all the states, and I'm definitely touring. I'm definitely going on a hell of a road trip. Fort Worth or what? Huh? Lucifer? I like your name, by the way. Little spin on the devil. That red hair of yours. Fort Worth. What do you mean, for Parker? That's just where he lives. He's a professional horse trainer there. I'm not any kind of sports fan. Sadly, I'm not in Florida, Sue Oliso. It's okay. Anyways, it was really cool to hear from so many people that I've been friends with, like I said, for years, that I hadn't even necessarily talked to on a regular basis. And some of them not it's probably been a year longer since I've even talked to them, but they saw that I posted I was going to be traveling. And they said, be sure to come by, Caleb. And either, well, can't do the drinks on me thing, but, dinner on me, that sort of thing. And it got me to thinking about, some of these people, I'm like, I either hadn't thought about them or just assumed they just got sick and tired of my shit that I posted, or that's just the algorithm for you for Facebook, since I get put in the penalty box all the time. But it was nice seeing these people. Like I genuinely consider them friends, and I've never met any of them. Like not one person other than the kid that I'm about to go see already have planned, like at least a dozen. I've never met not a single one of them. And that's just, I don't know. It's just funny, to me, or it just got me to thinking sometimes we assume that we don't hear from somebody, a parent, a child, a friend, and we just assume the worst or something bad, something terrible. They're mad at me. They're being a hypocrite. They're hiding something, whatever. And that's just not, it just made me realize that's simply not the case necessarily. I mean, they may be mad at you, but I know all the people that just reached out to me, they're not mad, or they wouldn't have reached out. But I hadn't heard from a lot of them in a while. But people just get busy, like really busy, because life is, as we all know, difficult. It's tough. And life gets in the way of life, and we have to do things, and we forget, and we get busy, and we have so many things on our mind. But then they see, like in my case, a notification, hey, oh fucking god dang, Caleb Leverrett's going to be coming to my town. And they reach out, and it's just really nice to me. And I think perhaps a lot of problems in the world might not be real until someone assumes the worst in somebody else, in particular once they act on it. Just food for thought. Maybe your mom or dad or child or old friend hasn't called you in a while. If you called them, it does work both ways. Have you tried losing your house in the family court and then tried to go on tour on a shoestring budget? I don't know why, but I said I had audio. Y'all can obviously hear me, but I was trying to play my little background music and it wasn't working. Now it works. I just don't understand why this shit just randomly does work, and then randomly Wicca Rose was on there yesterday, and I know I had her as a moderator, but I didn't see the little wrench next to her name. And then Dwayne pointed out that, sometimes it just doesn't. I don't know. Hello, Tori. Sometimes I wonder if people get tired of the shit I post. Probably. I wonder. I suspect people do, because people like me are pretty crass, post shit and talk about things that most people don't necessarily want to talk about. Speaking of, I've got a hold of a woman that I met on Instagram, and her name is Lisa, or not met, but Lisa Wilbur. I mean, I don't know her. I'm gonna put her name. I'm gonna put her name in the deal here. Yeah, Lisa Wilburn. I'll just put it in the comments right here. She's gonna be coming on Friday. Wilburn. Winvourn. Lisa Wilburn. Instagram. So anyway, I don't know how I found her. I mean, I follow several hundred accounts, and I don't even necessarily remember. Kind of like some people ask me in these chats, since I've been doing these lives, who are you? Why am I subscribed to you? Well, probably you watched the park review. Oh yeah. I don't even know how I found her or why I followed her, but she does holistic stuff, health stuff, thoughtful things, problems that common people have like me, and helps you think about things. And she posted an interesting topic. She's on a kick right now about cover your ears, little ones, and bashful people. She's been on this deal about people who watch porn, and she's made it pretty clear that she's disgusted by it. And I was having a conversation with her on her post about this study that she found, and of course there's silly comments and then there's rude comments, and I just like talking about real issues, especially things that affects everyone that nobody wants to talk about. And what better way than the fact that almost everyone watches porn. She's got a much different take on it than I do, and I'm not going to get into the full thing right now, but she has said she would be happy, she'd love to come on Friday, and so we shall see. Life happens sometimes. People say they want to or will, and they don't show up or something. I don't know. She said she would, so I think it'd be an interesting topic to just talk about and debate. I see you, Phil. If anyone deserves this trip, it is you, Caleb. You're gonna be a new man by then. I hope so. God dang, I hope so. That's the plan. I'm gonna be, first of all, again, getting up north and getting in the mountains, Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana. There's a movie I saw when I was a kid, young teen, 13, 14, called A River Runs Through It with Brad Pitt. And I just loved the show. And come to find out, it was filmed in a place called Missoula, or at least it was, I don't know if it's actually technically filmed there, but it takes place in Missoula, Montana. Well, a friend of mine that I went to school with, her name is Angel, and she moved there like shortly after high school. No, I think she moved before high school. Yeah, we went to junior high together. Y'all call it middle school. In Odessa, Texas, we called it junior high. But anyway, I always just thought that was really cool that she moved to this place on this cool movie that I saw when I was, very, very young. And I'm going to be up there anyways. So I'm going to holler at her. It's going to be a blast. Webster, do you know whatever happened to Candace? I understand if you can't say, by all means. I'm glad you understand, because I cannot talk about that. And I'm sure you do understand. Playing Mario Kart Deluxe. I'm just not a gamer. I'm trying to catch up, y'all. If I post anything, it's either about music, outdoor things like enjoying nature, or things about bringing awareness to disabilities. That's a perfect blend, Sienna. That's a hell of a blend of things to put together. I swear, I thought he said miss. What did I miss? Not following you there. LZ Aspect. Hey, I've seen your son's video. How's he doing? All three of my sons are doing well. LZ Aspect. Everybody's grown. And I don't talk about their private lives. A lot of their childhood is obviously really public. Back whenever people were fucking with my kids and throwing me in jail. So I had a bunch of cameras out to defend them and defend myself. But now that they're grown, that threat is gone. Nobody can mess with my kids. And so they just keep a private life. Night SLDR. I prefer to watch military videos than porn. Cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm not like pro porn, like raw, get into it. I'm not saying that at all. And like I said, I'm not going to get into the full discussion right now. I'm going to wait till she gets here. On Friday. I think we need to have these conversations. I think, it's just something that affects everybody, and everybody wonders. And no one ever talks about it. If you come from a family like I do, where you don't dare talk about shit like that. You just don't dare. That nobody in my family talks about that. Then the kids are left to wonder, am I normal because I like it? Am I normal because I don't like it? Is it good? Is it bad? And then you know where they go to get the answer? Their stupid friends who don't know any better either. So you might as well start talking to your cheerings about stuff that might even seem uncomfortable, because if it's a real thing, such as porn or not to porn, that is the question. On isolation, got the good old C word. Oh man, well, I better not say anything. Caleb is just unlocking a new chapter. It's like, yep, I sure am. Golly, I think I'm behind again. Awesome Gamer, been watching for 10 minutes. First time watching and really like your stream so far, Caleb. Well, thanks, Awesome Gamer. It's a small stream, but I like it. I enjoy doing it. Hello, Mr. Ricardo. I hope you run into old friends like I do in my travels. I'm shocked by the amount of old friends who moved down to these Caribbean islands. I think it's a trend among Black Americans. Maybe so. I'm just glad you're happy, man. And I'm really glad you're not in a cage for victimless crimes up here in the States. Hello, Surfer Chick. Sky high in Colorado. Colorado's gorgeous. It is. I absolutely love Colorado. The coolest drive. I've told you about the story where I took the kids to South Park. And once upon a time, South Park, Colorado was an actual incorporated town. Now it's just kind of like an area, but there's a lot of South Park memorabilia there. Anyways, after we left Casa Bonita, which was the TV show or the episode in the TV show, we left out of Denver, Colorado, and went southwest. I don't remember the highway name, towards a town called Buena Vista. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable view. Kids are playing Enya and what's that girl's name? Came out about 10 years ago, right after the Parker movie came out, or 9 years ago. It's one name, not Jewel, but it's like what's it? Lord. The Lord song, when she first got popular, they were playing that a lot. London was. And anyway, we drove through those mountains. Oh my God, they're breathtaking. And then we got to the KOA there in Buena Vista, Colorado, and stayed there 1 or 2 nights. I can't remember. But it was absolutely amazingly gorgeous. And I can't wait to go back to see all kinds of places like that. LaRud, you're awesome. Well, thanks, LaRud. I appreciate that. Miss Misaki, greetings from Paris. Have a great day. Cool. I don't hear from a lot of people from Paris, but thank you, Ms. Misaki. Do you watch NBA? Nope. I don't watch any professional sports except for boxing and some MMA, and even then, that's just recent. The boxing's not that recent. I've always been I haven't kept up with a bunch of boxers, but I've always kept up with Mike Tyson. I'm just a Mike Tyson junkie. Ricardo in Brunswick, Georgia, where I spent most of my childhood. They also call it junior high, not at middle school. I think it's a Southern U.S. thing. I guess. It seems like the big cities, even in the South, like Dallas, Austin, they always called it middle school. But I don't know, maybe it's just a trendy thing. We were just old school, tiny little podunk Odessa, and we just always called it junior high. I don't even know. They may still call it that. I can't remember. I don't know. I see you feel. Dude, yes. That's the exact road trip I took in 2019. Hit up Livingston, Montana, too. In Colorado, go check out Rocky Mountain National Park and go hike to Emerald Lake and the Sky Pond. Hell yeah. That sounds fun. That's what I'm looking for right there. Lots of hiking, lots of exercising. Again, I'm not going to have access to, or regularly have access to a gym. So that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. And and I'm going to be announcing as far ahead of time as possible where I'm going to be as far as hiking and stuff like that. I'm going to be announcing it on my my community tab on this channel. And some people who follow me or whatever on Facebook, I'll put it there as well. So anyone who wants to get off the couch and get up and get moving and get ripped and sweet like Cartman and me, meet me there. I think it'll be just fun. Weston Warrior, I'm a fisher. I like to fish. I'm just not a very good fisherman. Hello, Sarah Jane. What vehicle will you be driving on this road trip? My old 08 Mustang. Well, it's new to me, but it's old. But I mean, it's in really good shape. For some reason, all the vehicles in Florida are really clean. Like there's no dust here. I guess that has something to do with it. You raise the hood and it looked like a new engine, everything looks new. There's no leaks. I know it's not the most ideal thing to take up in the mountains, but that's what happens when you're broke as shit. Speaking of Miss Mary, I want to give a shout out to I'm going to go ahead and just put that in there just in case anyone else wants to. Miss Mary, I don't know if she wants me to say how much. She sent me a little tip on my Cash App, and it's just very, very much appreciated. Coincidentally, Miss Mary is my oldest, start to say child because I've said that so many times. My oldest member, YouTube member. And you too can become a member and help a little bit, support my journey doing all this crazy shit that I'm about to go do if you'd like. Hello, Miss Regina Scott. I'm doing well. I'm getting ready. 8 more days and I'm out of here. Hell or high water. I can't think of a scenario that would make me not leave in 8 days. I'm out of here. Not tomorrow, Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. And I'm going to be doing my lives up until then as normal, all the way through Friday, where the Instagram person that I just met, Lisa Wilburn, will be on, hopefully anyways, on Friday. And then I'll go Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning, I'm out. Kate Johnson, hey, Caleb, I love the debate stuff that you've done. Have you done any more with Brian? Nope. I've only did 2 and I'll only do 2. I'm not interested in, or maybe other people. Oh, yes. Kate, I am dying to debate my haters. I got this one hater called Drunk Spilling the Tea. It's really spilling the tea, but I know she is. And I know she's drunk all the time. In fact, she left me a voicemail if you want to go check out the video, probably midsummer last year. I don't even remember the name of it. Something like uh, Drunk Stalker, something like that. I would love to have these haters that just come on here constantly and just make fun of me, insult me, stalk my kids, criticize me, everything under the sun. And not one of them, except Brian. And Brian wasn't even really a hater. He just thought, I made a mistake. And he was, I think, projecting. He was projecting what happened to him onto me. And like I said, I don't even think Brian, I think he's a nice guy, a decent guy. We just philosophically vehemently disagree on a key issue. He thinks I deserve jail. But so I mean, I don't think he's a hater. I think he's probably in real life a decent human being, a really nice guy. I just think he's wrong, dead wrong on that key issue that put me in jail. But the haters, like the real scumbag haters that just and they'll never even come in here in the live in the live chat ever. They never do. Now trolls come in that I've never seen before and just talk shit. We just block them because you can tell they're just trolls and whatever. But the ridiculous haters that they always wait till it goes live, and then they always wait till like between midnight and 6 a.m. to usually post all their crap, and they're always constantly, Caleb, it's 3 a.m. You just deleted all my comments. I've got you. I've busted you. You're lying. We've found you out. Like, no, you moron. If you post a bunch of crap, like you put like 15 exclamation points at the end of your sentence, guess what YouTube does? Automatically deletes it. I have no control over that. If you post a link on my channel, I don't know why, YouTube automatically deletes it. If you post a hashtag in the comment section on my channel, I don't know why, but YouTube always deletes it. I have no control over it. But I would love, Kate Johnson, I would absolutely love to have some haters actually have the balls to get on here and debate me on why they think I'm such a piece of shit. I just I never hear from them. Laura Burton. I have been to Scotland, England, Switzerland, Italy, and France, but it has been 5 years since I've been to these places. Laura Burton, I am just pea green with envy. I can't go to those places because I can't get my fucking passport. Freddy Fazbear, hey, if you can, I highly suggest going to Germany. I can't. I want to go. I'd love to go to Germany. I'd absolutely love to go to Germany. I can't. I cannot get my fucking passport. I've been trying for almost 5 years now to get it renewed. And until the Attorney General crap with Gavin and all that stuff, till all that stuff gets situated, done, which who the hell knows? It's been 5 years. I don't know when it's going to be done, updated. I'll never. Oh, yes. Panda, don't forget Back the Blue. I hadn't seen that scumbag in a while. I don't know why. I guess I got bored. They'll accuse me of blocking them, which I have blocked people. I have no problem with blocking people. What really gets my goat and makes me laugh, though, is when haters come on here and say, what about freedom of speech? I got a right to talk trash on your channel. It's called Civics 101. Freedom of speech, just in case you didn't know, and the prohibition thereof is only by governments. Our government cannot prohibit our freedom of speech and or jail us for it. Individuals, however, on the other hand, are not the government. I am not the government. And I can block whoever the hell I want, and so can you. Anybody can. There's an option in live chat to turn on gifting option for membership. Someone can gift it to you. Yeah, they've got this new thing that I'm actually qualified for now, because you can actually go, like, people, I've only seen one or two, but they can watch the Parker movie and they can gift. Now, I think you're talking about gifting. That's to other members. Yes. And thank you for whoever's doing that. Dana started doing that and brought it to my attention. But there's another thing where you can, if you like the Parker movie and you want to chip in on that, it every little bit helps. Regina Scott, I lived in Tennessee for a year. I never hiked in Smoky Mountains, but it was cool to see in the view. I've never been to Smoky Mountains. I guess I drove through them when I drove to New York, but I didn't. It was just a drive-by thing. Night SLDR. Caleb Lever, do you have a YouTube play button? You mean the plaque? If that's what you're talking about, yeah. I left it in Texas. A friend of mine's got it there. I'm really not too worried about it. I assume that's what you mean. Have you ever been to Kentucky? I drove through there. That's all. Hello, Mazen. Thanks for the $4.99. Nice shirt. I'll message you privately for motivation, just in case if needed during this trip. Okay, thanks. Speaking of nice shirt, Dannon has diligently been working on and is the designer and the chief badass behind my new merch store. And she's got it all up on Etsy, and we haven't released it yet. And we were talking, she said, well, when do you want to release it? Make it public. And what better day than me, of all people, doing the recovered podcast, since I'm 100% fully recovered from alcohol. This Sunday will be 2 years, not one effing sip of booze of any kind. So this Sunday, I thought, well, why not? I'll release it then. And she's apparently you can just, whatever she can come up with, she just designs all these cool things and puts them up and puts them on mugs and wrist straps and t-shirts. And I think she even made some workout shirts. I asked her if she'd see if they could find those. And I am more than happy to model my own shirts. I'll have to figure out how to get it mailed to me, because by the time it goes live, I'll be leaving by Wednesday. I won't even be here. I'll just have to order it and have it sent to one of my friends' house, I guess. But anyway, for everybody who's been asking if I have a merch store, I had one years ago, but I quit. I quit messing with it, and I just lost track of it. It got to be too much. Now, come this August 21st, my 2-year anniversary, I'm going to have a merch store. And big thanks to Miss Dannon Daytera, one of my mods right here. She's the one ramrodding the whole damn thing. Dannon, thank you so much. You're just a wonderful human being. Tori, sit and think about this for a second, Caleb. Cannot travel freely where he wants. True. Actually, that is true. To an extent. You have limited time on this earth, and he cannot live his fucking life. That is just so hard to me to handle. Yeah, I can stay within the continental United States. I can stay within these borders. And if you look at, I know what Tori's talking about, and he's right. If you look at the borders of the United States, that's the only place I'm allowed to be on this earth. I'm not allowed to leave. If that gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, what do you call that? A prison. Something to think about. Ricardo, what generous donation, Mazen? Oh, yeah, thanks. That's worth half a gallon of gas in California. Or 2 gallons in Grenada. Really? Gas is half price in Grenada? That's badass. The Slater Show gave me a trophy. Thanks, I guess. For being sober? Well, hell yeah, thanks. New group is forming here in Belize. They're called New Nazi Step. What is their agenda? Oops. What is the New Nazi Step in Belize? They're going to be swatted because I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't really get into that sort of stuff. Sienna, I recovered from using Facebook. Good. It's been almost 2 years since I left Facebook, and I'm glad I left. You have not missed anything, Sienna. I mean, the only reason I can think of that I keep up with it is just because of when it first came out many moons ago. I think I got my account in '08. At the same time I got my or '09. About the same time I got this channel. The only reason I keep it is because I made so many friends on there because it was just fun. It was free and free speech and the whole 9 yards. And now it's so censored. It's so whitewashed. It's just crap. Everybody has to talk in code. It's just ridiculous. That's the only reason I keep it. I see you, Phil. Congrats on sobriety. That's huge, man. Yep, thanks. I'll have 1 year, September the 8th. What a ride it's been. Well done. That's badass. 1 year. Hell yeah. How does it make you feel? Feel a lot better? Like a lot better. You get a lot of things done. Hello, Doozer. Is it going to be hard to keep the eating right on your road trip? Excellent question. Yes. It's going to be a challenge. I'm used to eating a certain way here because when you're poor, you buy everything fresh and raw and you cook your own. I mean, rarely ever go out to eat, which is unfortunate in one area because I love not fast food, but I love restaurants, especially little holes in the wall Mexican food places. They're just my absolute favorite. But it's actually a lot healthier when you cook your own. And I've got a routine that I like, that I'm used to get all my proteins and all my carbs within my macros. And now I'm going to be on the road without even a refrigerator. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm just not worried about it. There's a lot of unknowns right now, a shitload of unknowns. And in the old days, the old Caleb Lever, the old me would have been shitting gold bricks because the unknown drove me nuts. But it just doesn't bother me anymore. Is your cat going to keep you company on the trip? No. That is, Regina, that is Hayden's cat. I've made sure that is very clear. That's not my cat. But I mean, really, does anyone ever really own a cat? No. Nope, she's a little inside cat, and I'm going to be in my Mustang, and I think it'd just be cruel to haul her in that car the whole time. It'd just be really, really cruel. Ricardo, Caleb, can you visit Canada without a passport if you have what's called a Nexus card? Huh. I did it once when I surrendered my passport as part of my bail condition. It's complex but possible. Cool. Nexus card. I've heard people not necessarily say the Nexus word, but I've heard there are some exceptions in some ways because one person I know lives in, or actually a couple, and I'm sure there's more, but I'd like to see anyway, Alaska. And obviously Alaska is on the land, but the land between here and there is a different country called Canada. And I know there's ferries back and forth, but I don't know if you have to stop in Canada at their port and then go on, or if they'll let me. I don't know how that works. I'd love to go to Alaska. Of course, if I do Alaska, it's going to have to be like in the spring or summer, early summer of next year. It's already too late. It's just too cold there. I'm on about 5.5 hours of sobriety. You better hang it up, Ricardo. I think you and I are about the same age. Your shit's going to start falling apart, man. I promise you. It's going to fall apart. See, and I relied on it too much. Facebook. I overshared things about the deep, dark place that I was in. I'm now out of the dark place. I'm loving life. Good. Again, you're not missing anything with... you're not missing anything by not being on Facebook. I'm just sick of it. Spencer Augustine, do you have plans to go to Wisconsin? Please check out Madison and Milwaukee. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think once I get up north, of course, I'm going to Texas, so Texas is right in the middle of the coasts. And from there, I just need to cool off. I just want to go north and get up in. I don't know when I'll do the East Coast side. I might go over to Michigan. Miss Mary lives over there. And Jimmy Dore is going to be doing his in live concert thing. And I would absolutely love to see Jimmy Dore. So I may veer off a little bit towards that side, but I'm not going all the way to like New York and Maine. I got a lot of friends live in New York and New Jersey, and they're like, not right now. I want to see the Pacific side first. Tori, Ford and GM raises their prices by the same amount. Biden's inflation bill gives tax credits for Americans that are buying electric cars. That is such a scam. I know. You thought you were getting a deal, but actually lose twice. Yeah, I just read that what do they call it? The Anti-Inflation Act or De-Inflation Inflation Inflation Reduction Act. This place is going to fucking hell. You don't spend $750 billion that you don't even have again after spending $40 billion or more over in that money laundering over yonder in where it's at, next to Russia, Ukraine. You don't spend your way out of it. Just doesn't work like that. That's the most basic of economic principles. You don't print more money to get rid of inflation. That is literally putting fuel on the fire. That is wild, though. Regina Scott, have you ever seen a movie called Wild starring Reese Witherspoon? I have not. I like Reese Witherspoon. I haven't heard from anything she's done in a long, long time, but no, I've not seen it. Is it any good? She did do most of her own walking. I'm not sure what you mean there. Holy moly. Woodland Laws 4066 gave a $49.99 plug and just said, love you. This person loves me. Apparently so. Wow. Thanks a lot. That means like a lot. Like, can I give you a round of applause for that, I guess? Thanks. Like, that's really like significant. That's going to like go a long ways in my journey. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, no kidding, Wicca. That's just wild. I've gotten some of those before, but not very often. And thank you very much. That's going to go a long ways. Ricardo, we're not in a recession because we changed the definition of recession to avoid being blamed for one. All right, let's reduce inflation by printing more money. What could go wrong? Joe Biden. Yep. Let's see, who was it that warned us about this? 10, 12 years ago. What was that guy's name? Ran for president in 08, 2012. Let's see, what was that guy? That's right. Ron Paul is on record on loads of videos warning about this. What is happening right now with inflation? You can check it out. Any Ron Pauler, if you know a Paul bot like me in real life, and I can't, if you may not be able to get to me directly. If you know somebody in real life, say, what's this guy talking about? The Ron Paul, he predicted what's happening like 10, 15, 20, even as far as 30 years ago. He's on record talking about the Federal Reserve printing money and the inflation and the scam that is where we're all the victims. They will find it. They will know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, hell yeah. If you got somebody finding telling you about Ron Paul, yeah, he's right. Ron Paul was right. PC Cloak. Hello, PC Cloak. How's your kids, man? They're great. They're grown. Everyone's grown, and it is amazing, and I'm glad. It's a good movie. Oh, the one with Reese Witherspoon. Okay, I'll look into it. Ricardo, the IRS mails me tax bills at least twice a year. They didn't get the fuck off memo. Not that I can pay them anyways if I wanted to. My American bank account was frozen by the Georgia AG. Yeah, here's your sign. Take it. You already froze my bank account. What the fuck else do you want? You can't squeeze blood out of a turnip. Ziller McMiller. Hello, Ziller McMiller, the Boston fan. How are you? I meant she had done tons of walking in the movie, no stunt double. Oh, okay. I don't know. I guess it's an action movie. Dreadhead Kobe. Yo, WSG. I'm sure I should know what WSG means, but I don't. I can't guess. What say good? I'm just guessing. If it's asking how I'm doing great. 8 more days and I'm out of here, Dreadhead Kobe. Caleb, do you like Ron Paul's son, Senator Rand Paul? I do. He's my favorite senator. Yeah, I like Rand. I've got some significant philosophical differences on something. He's a Republican, but he does buck the party. But as far as standing up against the maskers bullshit and stuff like that, Rand Paul's great. But no, he's not Ron Paul. Not by a long shot. But he's not an evil person. I think he's a good man. He's also a real doctor, just like his old man. I think he's an eye doctor though. Ron Paul, the old man, is an OBGYN, a medical doctor. I see you feel. Ron Paul cured my apathy. Well done, didn't he though? That is one Christian man that I'm going to weep when the man dies. I love that man for so much. He's so brave. He's so intelligent. He's so compassionate. He's so consistent. He's been consistent on record for 30, 40 years. I love the man. Mazen, this is dedicated to you. If you felt the lowest of low, I know how it feels if you don't want to struggle anymore. Used to ball hard. Ain't no triple doubles anymore. Sorry, just really like his songs. I don't know whose song is that. Josiah George. WSG means what is good, meaning like what's going on. Why is it WIG then? The acronym would be. Oh, the kids y'all keep changing up all this stuff so quickly. I cannot keep up with it. Can I quote another song? This is fun seeing you read them slowly. Sure. Go ahead, Mazen. You gave $4.99. Yeah, at least I could do is read a few lyrics. Tell me who it's by, though, so I'll know. Regina Scott, I really like looking at the stars at night. Do you? I just read. I'm glad you brought that up, Regina. I just read. I was looking for apps for like planning my trip to go see all these cool places and see all these cool people. There's an app, and I forgot the name of it, where you can hold it up to the sky, obviously on a clear day, or it doesn't work. You hold your phone up to the sky, in the night sky, and it will show you the constellations, and it'll like connect them. It'll tell you what it is, and you can like screenshot it and look at it and tell you the history of it. But that would be badass, especially if I'm stuck out on the mountains. Because I don't know if you live in the city, everyone's seen the stars, but if you've seen the city or the stars at night only from the city, you have no idea what you're missing. Compared to, you get about 30, 40, 50 miles or more away from any big town where the lights aren't reflecting off the atmosphere. I don't know, a perfectly clear night. Absolutely breathtaking. So I think I'm going to get that app because I'm not going to have cell service. I don't know if the app would even work without cell service. I didn't think about that. Shit. I don't know. Maybe I can take a picture of it. Maybe, I don't know. It might work. But anyway, I just can't wait to be out under the stars. Josiah George, you got a nice setup. It's okay. It's not nothing fabulous. Paid $19.99 for my little alien there, and just got some foam pads here and some heavy blanket cotton thing for sound attenuation. And then I got my Shure mic. But thanks. Ricardo, I still vote absentee in my home state. I'm voting for Herschel Walker for state. Hell yeah, I heard he's running for state senate this year. First time voting for a Republican since the early 2000s. I never vote for president, though. You can vote for Vermin Supreme, Ricardo. I think you'd like him. Vermin Supreme for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 or 6 presidential. He's run for president on the same platform of a pony-based economy where everybody gets free ponies. All households get free ponies, and he insists on mandatory toothbrushing laws. He's obviously a complete. Now he's not a joke. I mean, he's a comedian, but if you see Vermin Supreme do his crazy shit that he does, he looks like a fruitcake, like he's insane. But I've seen him in real life. I've met him. He's extremely intelligent. He's an anarchist too, so that's badass. Regina Scott, I love looking at stars. They'll get that app. I see you, Phil. Caleb is a Texas man. Are you a fan of the legend Towns Van Zandt? I have no clue what that is. Towns Van Zandt? Is he related to the Van Zandt guy, Leonard Skinner? Is that the same people? Ricardo, I never liked either party, but at this point, Democrats have just lost their fucking minds, and I feel compelled to vote absentee every time and every Democrat on the ballot, or against every Democrat on the ballot. Yeah, I happen to agree. They're all loony bins, but this wokeism that's infecting, particularly the Democrat Party at the moment, it's bad. I just can't do it. I don't vote anyways, but I had that app before. It terrified me for some reason, but it's also amazing, Dan. The star one? Is that what you're talking about? I assume. Let's see. I'm not very far behind. I assume you mean the star one. Why in the world would it freak you out? I think it'd be fun. Hey, it's Taylor. Hey, have you ever been to Chicago? I actually have. I went there on a high school youth trip, and me and a couple of guys got in trouble because we were all walking downtown, and I knew we were close to the place where the Married with Children fountain was shooting up, and I wanted to go see it, and we saw it. And I don't know if it's still this way now, but at the time there was a Hooters right across the street, and we just all wanted to go look at the Hooters. So we're on this church trip and went in Chicago, and we got busted, and all the girls were just so butthurt because we all went to Hooters. This is so stupid. That's my only time. I think I did. No, I'll take that back. I went to Chicago for an event when I worked for the Caterpillar dealership in the very early 2000s, but I don't remember it very well. I didn't do much. Mazen, you better leave her while you got the chance. Don't even stay for another dance. She got a couple other men. It was all part of the plan. Juice WRLD. He's my favorite artist, so that's why. Okay. She's got a couple other men. Okay, I'm sure she does. That's strange, Dan. I'm gonna have to now. I really want the app because I'm gonna be all alone in the wilderness at 13,000 feet or 10,000 feet, wherever I'm at night. And now I really want the app because it frightens you for some reason. I want to see the stars and see What's out there? Maybe I can summon the whatever, the upside down, whatever's out there, just because I want to know. I see no relation. Phenomenal musician, though. Okay, the man's story is as powerful as his music. I've not heard of him. Okay. Democrats want to give puberty blockers to 9 and 10-year-olds. I've heard that. They're fucking insane. I agree. That is. On those particular issues like that and the maps. Have y'all heard of that? Minor attracted people. That's what I call shit you throw in the wood chipper. They've gone too far. Thank God my parents laughed at me instead of getting my dick cut off. Yeah. Addison Shebley. I think you're a great dad, Caleb. You're an awesome anti-violence advocate for families around the globe. Keep up the great work. Well, thanks, Addison. I appreciate that. Yeah, I am a champion for non-violent parenting. Always have been, always will be. Dan, and I may have a mild case of astrophobia. Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing. I've always been a little scared of celestial bodies. How strange. I didn't learn something new every day. I had no idea what that, I've never didn't know that was a thing. King 9888. I think you'll like Pacific Northwest. Be sure to stop by Mount Rainier. Cool. I plan on stopping by as many, just on maps alone. There's Mount this and Peak this and everything. I want to go by. I want to see absolutely as many as possible. Ricardo, I personally could care less what gays do behind closed doors, but if parents want to raise their children to think it's immoral, schools have no business telling their kids that parents are wrong. True, they don't. Parents have the right and should have the right to raise their kids any way they choose, assuming they're not, assaulting them. Even if I disagree with it, or if anybody disagrees with it, that's their rights. They're children. They can raise them how they want. Sesh with Dizzy. I'm high as fuck watching this. Well done. All right. What are you high on, Sesh with Dizzy? It's funny. Here it is on a Tuesday evening or afternoon, wherever you're at in the world, and someone's just high as shit, just chilling, listening to my music and listening to me ramble on. And I get on late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, specifically looking for the drunks. And, one or two say, yeah, I've had a few, but I'm still wanting to get one of those brave, dumbass drunks. And late Saturday night to get on here and just say, oh, yeah, I can outsmart old Caleb Leverett. You're full of shit, Caleb Leverett. I'm drunk as shit and I love it. I just can't wait. I'm gonna keep trying. Every Saturday that I find myself somewhere in the United States and I've got cell service, I still want to keep trying to find the perfect clip or the perfect caller, live caller, be drunk as shit and try to call me and just see what they say. I just think it'd be funny as hell. I see you, Dannon. Don't read any Lovecraft then. I have no idea what Lovecraft is. And this, or Ricardo, and this woke CRT bullshit. I'm black, and I abhor the fact that white kids are taught that they are born inherently racist. Yeah, I know some are. Just like black kids were once said to be born as super predators. I remember that. Joe Biden, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that Joe Biden that said that? That was like 20 years ago. Or maybe it wasn't Biden. I might be mistaken. Or was it Nancy Pelosi? I remember that the super predators thing. It's been a long time. It'd have to jar my memory. But Joshua Wilson, you're dumb letting your son live with your ex. I thought done better. I'm dumb for letting my son live with my ex. I didn't have a choice, dude. Like, What do you mean do? Pull a pistol out? I mean, please explain, Joshua Wilson, what you mean by I am dumb. Addison Sheeble, you should stop by SoCal. Oh, I am. Absolutely. In fact, I've got 2 or 3 stops in Southern California in various parts. I think you'd love it there. Great weather and beaches. It's almost like the non-humid Florida. I've heard that. That's weird. I'll never understand why, the jet stream goes this way. You'd think all that Pacific moisture would just constantly come, but it doesn't work that way. I don't know why. But yeah, Southern California, that's why it's so crowded, because I've heard it's just absolutely gorgeous. People like living in it. I see you, Phil from Dannon. I love Lovecraft. I read it for the same reason I watch horror movies, because they're scary to me. So you like to be scared. It's not exactly a phobia then. Lucy guitar. Hello, Lucy. Sesh with Dizzy. I'm with my cousin on a road trip right now, and I'm just finishing an acid trip in Nashville. Also, hello, Caleb. Sorry I've not talked. Oh, you're fine. Cool. How was your acid trip? Is it fun? Did you enjoy it? Acid is just absolutely amazing. If you've never tried acid and you are a legal adult, obviously, I'm not pushing this on cheerings. And you've been through, particularly if you've been through trauma, you just need to get your fucking head straight. Highly, 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 highly recommend acid trips. Do some studying before you do it. You probably need to do it with somebody that's done it before, someone you trust. You wouldn't want to be currently in a horrible, bad area or time in your life. But there's loads and loads of YouTube videos about it. You can find more information about it. David, I'm getting on the football team this year. Are you? I'm not a big football fan, but congratulations. If that's your thing, man, cool deal. Lucy, this is the best trip I've had in my life. Better than any of those high school slumber parties. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's not for, when you're young, just stick to weed or something or nothing at all. I know, young people go through some shit. Hello, my whole channel's about that. But this is, in my opinion, LSD is for older, more mature people, not when your brain still hasn't fully developed. Addison Sheeble, Democrats are just overall the party that stands for pedophilia in my eyes. I'm all the way for Trump. I get it. I'm not the biggest fan of Trump not by a long shot, but you're right. It is what it is. That party just brings on the weirdest of the weird, trying to normalize the pedos, and I'm just, I like to think that I criticize both parties equally, but you start doing the crazy, like beyond crazy, like the pedo stuff, I'm out. Let's see, 1 hour and 4. I'm probably not going to go a whole lot longer. Joshua Wilson, he didn't have a choice. Who, me? Is that guy that told me I was dumb? Fathers like him and my dad got coerced and threatened with kidnapping charges, which can result in life imprisonment. Yep. He had absolutely no choice, believe me. Yep. That's exactly right. Yeah, Lucy, I remember your story. Your story is just, it's tragic, but it's amazing. What you made of it, I just think it's amazing. Well done. Joshua Wilson, shut up, bro. He did not let him. He had to. I literally had no choice, dude. That's why they send the people with guns. Jason Fritz. Hey, Caleb. I hope you have a great afternoon. Keep up the great work. And also, you're an amazing dad. Thanks, man. Thanks, Jason. I don't recognize your name, I don't think. But welcome to my little fledgling podcast. Sesh with Dizzy took some dabs, vibing the day out. Okay, cool. Anything but alcohol. Anything. Almost any. Well, obviously not crack or something stupid. Stay away from the dumb ones. Alcohol, crack, heroin. That's all the dumb, unhealthy, no medical benefit whatsoever. Stay away from that crap. Yeah, some dabs. I mean, it's not my thing. I've done them, but it's just not my thing. Lucy, I think the quality of an acid trip depends on your mental state. When I did acid in high school, my life sucked and I was doing it to escape. Yeah. I'm doing it purely for the enjoyment, and life is great. Well, I know you're still relatively young, but you seem like an old soul. People mature differently at different rates. Some people's 14-year-olds are very, very mature, like my son was, and he was 14, standing up to his mother. And some 14-year-olds still aren't quite there. They're just still, just babies. And there's a variation in how quickly people develop. I'm not saying I'm not saying you're bad for doing it, but you've been through the crap, and I know you've got a lot of this shit figured out at a very young age. So yeah, enjoy it, relax, and learn from it. Enjoy those trips and learn from it. Benefit your life more. I see you feel. I hope it's not the Permian football team. Y'all are turds. Lucy, Kayla, I agree. You should only do acid to enjoy it. When you're worried about parents finding out, you lose the quality and can have a bad trip. Wait until you're an adult and nothing to lose. Yeah, an adult, and I don't know. It's just there's something about it. You've got to have some maturity about you. Wicca, I have to go. Good night. Take care, everyone. Smash the like button. Yes, please do. Good night, Ms. Wicca. I'm about to go myself. I'll get to just a couple more here, and then I'm going to go myself. Andrew Birch, I wanted to say you were a massive inspiration to me when I was fighting the ex and the law over my daughter. 3 years later, victory. Well done, Andrew Birch. Took 3 years. We finally did it. Hell yeah, well done, and you're welcome. If I helped somehow with my activism, you're absolutely welcome. Well done. Tori, shout out to the females who drive manual transmission. There's actually quite a few, especially in Europe. Manual transmission's pretty common. Brandon Rowan, if Parker was doing drugs during all that, he wouldn't have been able to handle as well as he did. Yeah. I'm not going to get into what my kids may or may not eventually have tried experiment with as they got older and turned into adults, but at that age, hell no. David Joshua Wilson, and he's a good dad. Okay, he fought for his child to the point he got arrested. That's a real father. You're talking about me? Yeah, I did. Oops. Addison Shibo, my dad was a police officer for 30 years, and he was the model of what a police officer should be. He took the time to explain to everyone he encountered what was happening and treat them with respect. I hope so. And it's no big secret, I'm a big, gigantic critic of modern policing, but if he de-escalated, actually got to know his community, didn't have other motivations like giving tickets for profit and shit like that. He's genuinely trying to help his community and genuinely only going after real criminals, not people holding a bag of marijuana. Then well, good for him. Well done. Lucy Gataki, what did society pick the most addictive, or why did society pick the most addictive and habit-forming harmful drug to socially accept? I have no idea. I have no idea. Why not weed? You can come off weed whenever you want. Alcohol has extremely high addiction liability. Yeah, and it trashes every organ in your body. Everything. All right, kiddies. I think I want to get my backs. I did my side job 2 days in a row now, and I was on a 35 horsepower tractor all day, or half a day, and my back's kind of going out. I shall see y'all tomorrow and again, thanks to the Woodland Laws 4066 for the $49.99, and somebody else, Mazin, I believe, gave $4.99, but I don't know what, it doesn't show it. It just shows me the big one. If you're still here, before you leave, would you mind give me a thumbs up? Unless you're a troll and you hate me, then give me a thumbs down. Either way, I still profit from it one way or another. I shall see y'all tomorrow at 8 p.m. and we'll have hopefully Miss Lisa Milburn on Friday to talk about porn and the addiction and problems associated with it. Anyways, I shall see y'all mañana, and consider not hitting your cheerings. Take care. Good night.